and he might hit his finance goals when he's 60 years old. Good boy. White picket fence, 2 children. Maybe they can only afford 1 right now. His wife has to work full time. His wife has to work a few weeks after giving birth. Good boy. You're getting fucked by the system. These are also the same people who often complain about entrepreneurs and say that what I'm saying here sounds offensive. I'm on their side. Because if you're a slow laner, if your parents are slow laners, I sound like some dick right now. But let me just tell you about the fast lane. And I am not the professional in this whatsoever, but I'm just I was a kid. I was a drunk kid who ended up discovering this. And the fast lane is achieved only through business. The fast lane is when you make a business that follows the commandments of sense, 5 principles, which I'll walk you through. When you make a business like that and you sacrifice a lot and you dedicate yourself to making that business into a success, suddenly you're on the fast lane to success. Suddenly you're on the fast lane to wealth. You know, the slow lane is full of the doctors and 100%, by the way, let me just give a disclaimer. If there's people out there who really, really love their jobs and, you know, they make 20K a year, but they love, okay, fair enough. This message goes out to the guys who don't even care about what they do. They just want to make money, or you want to find joy in the thing that you do, but you don't really want to go to university. Every time I talk about entrepreneurship and business, there's always some cretins online saying, oh, but the doctors are really important. I've not said that they're not. Oh, but but doctors can have really good lives. Of course they can. If you want to be a doctor, 100% go to university, follow that pathway. But if you aren't thinking like that, if you're thinking like, oh, I'm not really sure. Yeah, sure, it'd be nice to make a few thousand a month or 10,000 a month or 100,000 per month, but I don't really care that much what I do. I could be a YouTuber. I could be a doctor. I just want to, I'm not too sure right now. Then please don't go to university. Don't go down the normal path because that path is just very slow. It's the slow lane. I want you to imagine this. Imagine on the slow lane to success, to wealth, there's a doctor. That doctor has went through years and years and years of education. He went to college, he went to university, he graduated from university, started working. In the UK, we have what's called junior doctors and they make 30K a year. That junior doctor is on the road right now. Then imagine that there's 10 of those guys. 10 of these junior doctors that went to school for 4 years or 8 years, and imagine what they went through in that kind of environment. Then imagine that there's 100 junior doctors all working together, all working, making 30K a year, 100 of them. All of them have went to school for 4 years or 8 years or however long it is. All 100 make less money than me. Now you can say, oh, that's cap. That's surely got to be cap. This is, again, it's not disrespect to those guys. They work a lot harder than me. Their job's more important than mine. I'm just a YouTuber. But this is the difference between the fast lane and the slow lane. The slow lane aims to retire at 60 or 58. The fast lane aims to retire more like 30. 30 years of your life saved working a job that you maybe didn't like so much. The fast lane is the route to masculine freedom. You see, like masculinity, this is a phrase, a topic that's spoke about so much these days, but still people don't really understand what masculinity is, right? You've seen Take go viral, you hear about masculinity, got to be more masculine, but people don't actually explain what it is. You want to know masculinity in one simple word? It is freedom. The more masculine you are, the more freedom that you want, the more of a release that you want from constraints and chains. And so financial freedom is usually the first pillar that most guys will get into. And so it is your duty as a masculine man to consider what will make you financially free and to be conscious and to be happy and confident of that decision. Because these days, it's almost seen as cringe wanting to be an entrepreneur and people saying, oh, just go work traditional jobs and just go overwork and get underpaid. Come on, it'll build character. Sure, if you want to live that life, if you want that job, absolutely. But if you are here right now because you're a young masculine man and you want to achieve financial freedom and you want to provide for your family, then the fast lane is, of course, the route to go. You learn how to work in a business. You make your own business. And I will walk you through these steps, just as I did. Because I learned this stuff in 3 years. It took me 3 years to get to this point.